You said you were captain ya di
Yeah, I was.
Horizon.
Yeah,
You're known as a pilot.
yeah.
Banyak yang udah tahu.
And they told me to bring some bribe money.
Ini suruh bawa uang amplop
Yeah,
gitu
so uang amplop.
ke
Yeah.
apa untuk ke atasan
Mhm.
yang ngepes
So yeah,
ini ya.
yeah, that's right.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali lagi bersama saya Ridwan Jelani. Di hari ini di Ashifa Talk kita kedatangan seorang pilot muda. Beliau ini kebetulan teman kecil saya ya waktu di Indonesia. Siapakah dia? Ini dia Hendy Batistuta. Assalamualaikum. Welcome brother.
Waalaikumsalam, bro. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming man.
Yeah, man, of course.
Gimana
Of course.
sehat?
Sehat, alhamdulillah, bro. Alhamdulillah.
Sibuk terbang terus?
Yeah, yeah. As you know, I bailed on you last week.
Udah janjian tapi nggak jadi. Karena,
Duty's call, bro. Duty's called.
Yeah.
So apologize for that, but we made it happen this week.
Ya, libur seminggu ya.
Yeah, libur seminggu, yeah. Yeah.
Itu kalau call on call gitu kira-kira berapa, how urgent atau seberapa dekat dari misalnya nih kayak dikasih notice 2 jam doang gitu.
Yeah. So in my airline, so there's two different type of pilots, right? There's a regular pilot and reserve pilots. I'm a regular pilot, so I know my schedule ahead of time, but it was just because at that stretch there, they didn't have enough pilots, so it went up as a premium or double the pay trip. So I got called for it, and then I'm available for it.
Okay.
I took it, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So I got paid a little extra. That's why.
Oh, okay. Iya.
Yeah.
Untuk pemirsa yang mungkin belum tahu, Hendy ini punya panggilan Iros kalau di komunitas.
That's right. Yeah.
Seattle ini ya.
That's right.
Di komunitas Indo.
Yeah. No. Everybody call me Iros, man. Like Hendy is just for work.
For work ya. The legal name lah ya.
Yeah, legal name Hendy is only for work, and then people that don't really know me, but I mean, you know, in the community, friends I grew up with, all Iros.
Iya, ini supaya ini aja pemirsa nggak aneh gitu kalau tiba-tiba kayak Ros apa gitu. Iros apaan gitu kan. Tapi anyways, thank you for coming bro ya. Udah nyempetin waktu, mungkin ada kesibukan lain atau apa, tapi udah datang gitu.
Happy to be here.
Okay.
Thank you
man.
Thank you.
Anyways, Iros ini saya udah kenal sebenarnya dari waktu kecil ya, waktu di Indonesia. Kita kebetulan dari kota Cimahi.
Yeah.
Daerahnya daerah Cipageran.
Yeah.
Kompleknya juga kompleks sama kan?
Kompleknya.
Komplek Cipageran asri kalau pengen tahu detailnya ya. Kita dulu ingat banget main bola bareng di lapangan Cibaligo ya.
Yeah, man, I remember vividly that day.
Sering banget kan main. Sebenarnya kan I'm in the lower half.
That's
of
right.
The perumahan, you're in the upper half.
I'm the hill.
Yeah. Nah ini suka ada perang ini nih, main bola biasanya.
That's right.
Yang perang dari komplek bawah sama komplek atas ini. Ini sering main kita. Terus selain itu juga pernah sepedahan, pernah ke kebun-kebun sawah apalah ya.
Moro layangan.
Sama layangan yang gitu-gitulah. Ada juga kayak pagi-pagi kemana gitu.
Memotoran.
Belum punya SIM.
Iya.
Tapi ya intinya pernah kecil bareng lah, jadi cukup kenal sampai sunatan juga bareng.
Benar.
Satu kloter lah ya.
Sunatan juga bareng. Yeah, that's right. I think we visited each other. I think.
Iya pas siangnya kan I have my own
that's
event.
Right, yeah.
You have your own event. I remember I went up.
I remember, bro. Yeah, that's right.
Salaman doang.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah.
We go way back, bro.
Yeah, man.
Can you believe we're here now?
It's interesting ya, sampai di sini juga masih agak dekat gitu.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it's a true ditakdirkan mungkin untuk dekat-dekat lah gitu.
No, yeah, it's crazy when I moved here back in 2008. I think you're the first
yang kenal.
Person. Yeah, that's right.
Jadi udah cukup kenal lah sama brother Hendy atau brother Iros ini.
Yeah.
Bro, sebenarnya sebelum kita maju lebih ini ya ke pembahasan, ke Amerika dari kapan?
It was November 2008.
2008.
November 2008. I was 13.
Itu 13 itu kelas berapa ya?
13 itu kelas berapa ya? Kelas 8 kalau nggak salah.
Kelas
Kelas
8?
8 ya?
Kelas 8.
Ya, kelas 8. Ya.
Oh, kelas 8. Oke, kelas 8.
Yeah, so yeah, halfway kelas 8 ya.
Berarti udah kalau SD yang SMP kan di Indonesia kan ya?
SD ya sampai kelas 6. SD sampai kelas 6 di Indo, SD Mandiri. Mandiri
SMA
1.
di Cimahi.
Cimahi, iya, Cimahi Mandiri 1.
SMP?
SMP 3 Cimahi sampai kelas 7.
Oke.
Ya.
SMP 3
SMP 3 Cimahi itu di mana ya? Baros
Ya.
kalau nggak salah ya.
dekat pasar apa? Antri atau namanya Ganda Wijaya gitu. Ganda Wijaya
Forgot,
bener
bro.
kayaknya. Kayaknya Ganda Wijaya, bro.
Yeah, but
Di
it's
dekat pasar gitu kan.
dekatnya Armed.
Armed mana ya? Maklum udah bukan
Yeah, it's right there, but
warga
it's right
sana lagi.
there. Yeah.
Tapi seingat orang tuh ya dekat pasar lah.
Iya, dekat pasar ya.
Dekat pasar
dekat
yang
pasar,
apa,
that's right.
Cimahi yang
Cimol,
pasaran.
bro, Cimol.
Benar di
Cimol,
situ kan.
Iya, situ.
Soalnya kalau daripada suka lewat ke daerah situ. Oh,
Iya.
ini ada
Iya,
SMP
iya.
3 lah atau apa.
Iya.
Daripada suka Cimahi, bukan pada suka Bandung.
Iya.
Suka lewat situ.
Iya.
Berarti this is a question I have actually. Kalau bisa dibilang nih ya, what is your hometown? Kan kayaknya nih gede di Cimahi dari kecil Cimahi terus pindah ke sini juga berarti SMP kan ya, SMP, SMA, kuliah. Jadi apa namanya? What is your hometown?
Dude, that's tough to answer, man, because you know, I moved here when I was 13, so my memories in Indonesia is still pretty strong, you know. So I remember everything. Going to elementary school there, taking tests every year to move up grades, national tests and all that.
Yeah.
So, I'll still have friends in Indo. But then, as far as for like my teenage years, it's here. I built my life here. My professional life is here. I would say both, man.
Is it both?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it feels home here, but in Indonesia, it feels home too.
Yeah,
I would say both.
it's the same
I'm sure
for
you can
me,
relate. Yeah.
Ya karena kita di daerah sini ya, kita di Everett, Mapiltio, Glenwood area ini kan udah dari kecil juga gitu di Indonesia, dari kecil juga di sini dari kecil juga kan, jadi kayak it's a little bit apa namanya, susah juga dibilang hometownnya yang mana yang mana. Kalau dipikir-pikir sekarang kan udah berapa tahun berarti di sini, kayak
2008 was that 16
ya.
Yeah, coming up on 16 years.
For me dari 2005 hampir 20 tahun.
Yeah, sih.
Jadi like I said, I feel like sometimes it's a home too di daerah Seattle.
Yeah, for sure.
Ke Indo juga I feel like I grew up there too. Gitu. Banyak teman saudara gitu.
Yeah, but I feel like for our younger brothers, they would say.
Oh yeah, for my brother, I don't think he like mau ke Indo nggak? Enggak.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to.
Yeah. I feel
like kayak nggak ada connection.
Gitu. I think it's because we both we're like I was 13. You were about the same age too. I still remember, man. Going to like basketball practice, soccer practice, naik motor.
Yeah.
Naik motor. Terus kalau SMP 3 lunchtime, you go to Mang, Mabal gitu. Sometimes
atau gimana tuh?
Every other week.
Sering juga dong.
Or naik angkot gitu kan.
Yeah.
Naik angkot, naik ojek.
Ya karena cerita-cerita yang gitu kan it makes you feel like that's your home.
That's home, that's right. Yeah, exactly. SMP 3 terus ada kayak rel itu belakang. I still remember pakai koin gitu. You put it on the railroad. Let the train run it over. Dude, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so still remember like those details.
Iya, makanya kalau pulang juga masih I feel home, bukan tempat asing.
That's right, yeah. Going to Cimahi, I still remember where everything is. Yeah.
Okay, bro. I'm gonna go to next question actually.
Yeah, bro.
So di komunitas ini kan you're known as a pilot.
Yeah.
Banyak yang udah tahu you're a pilot, major airline pilot. One question I have about that is that apakah di Seattle ini pilot Indo is it just you atau ada lagi? So, cause I don't know
I don't know, man.
any other ones.
I feel like the aviation community is very small. But so far, I haven't met any
Any Indo
Indonesian pilot here
di
in the
Seattle.
states, yeah, or in the Seattle, yeah. But I did meet one Indonesian pilot, a little bit older, a little bit older guy. He was in Arizona, but I don't know where he is now. We
Retire
didn't.
waktu itu udah tua banget.
No, he was
Atau
when I was
gimana?
instructing in Arizona. We met at pengajian,
Oh, okay.
but he was an airline. He was just starting an airline in Mesa. It's a regional airline in Phoenix. But we kind of lost touch.
Lost contact.
Yeah, lost contact with him. So I don't know. I don't know where he's at. But he was the only other Indonesian pilot that I met.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I actually never heard. Oh, ini ada Indonesian pilot nih di sini,
Yeah.
ini di Seattle gitu ya.
Yeah.
Kayaknya nggak pernah denger gitu.
Yeah. But I mean, like at Horizon Air, my first airline, I didn't meet any Indonesian.
In
I
Indonesia.
mean, regardless, but it's a big airline, so maybe there's, but
Tapi kalau di airline gitu berarti bisa lihat nih yang di sini di base ini pilotnya siapa aja.
yeah, that's right, that's right, yeah. So
Nah, itu nggak ada orang Indonesia.
No.
Okay.
Might be the only one.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't know.
Berarti you're special kalau di Only One kan apa
Yeah.
namanya sebuah berarti nggak banyak orang yang punya keahlian itu gitu. So that's
I'm a lucky one.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
for
what I'm
sure.
trying to say, kayak kalau if you are berarti
Yeah.
wah itu ini banget
Alhamdulillah.
alhamdulillah banget
Yeah,
ya gitu.
Yeah, for sure.
Gimana bro? Jadi pilot tuh susah nggak? I was watching Top Gun
Yeah.
and I was like, kayaknya pengen juga nih jadi pilot, keren nih kayaknya.
Yeah.
Apa namanya? Tapi pasti ada requirementnya kan untuk nerbangin
Yeah,
pesawat
yeah.
gitu. Harus ada sekolahnya mungkin, terus biayanya berapa gitu kan? I don't know. Cuman kayaknya seru. Gimana? What do you think?
Susah or not. I mean, I feel like anything is
It's
hard.
possible.
Yeah, and everything is hard if you don't try. I feel like going to being a pilot, going to flight school. It's all about like being disciplined. About your time, about studying, and then prioritizing your studies. So it's not hard. It's not hard. You just have to,
as long as you try.
Yeah. Keep up with your studies and all that. It's. I mean, everything else. Being an engineer is hard. Working at Boeing, I'm sure it's hard. But we focus on that. We make that our goal. We make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know waktu kuliah tuh you were studying engineering. We actually went to the same college for a little bit.
Yeah.
Tapi kenapa tuh tiba-tiba belok jadi pilot?
Man,
What's the trigger gitu? Soalnya dari dulu, from my perspective, bibit-bibitnya nggak kelihatan nih. Jadi pilot itu. Apa udah pernah ada pikiran jadi pilot sebelumnya?
So, the reason I became a pilot is, we'll go way back. Okay, so
money.
Pilots actually did not make that much. When I was going to a flight school back in 2013, late 2013, early 2014, they were still. I mean, it's okay, but this past few years, with the new contracts and all that, we make a lot more. But when I was going through school, it was money, wasn't it? So it was because I didn't get into UW, right? University of Washington.
Of Washington.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but
ada yang mau dibuka mungkin unek-uneknya soal UW.
Man, overrated. No, but so I didn't get into UW. All 4 years of high school, so much pressure on you.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, look at us. We turned out just fine.
Alhamdulillah.
Right. yeah, didn't get into UW, so we both went to a community college.
That's right.
Yeah, got our AA, and then but um, I it's just because being in the office, bro.
It's boring.
Yeah, being in the office and all that, and then 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
It's well, cause when I was in school going through that, and then like I'm like, man, just
Yeah.
doing math. Like I wasn't interested. I wasn't locked in. But then
Yeah.
when I was going through, as you know, when I went through Edmonds Community College, I was also doing flying on the side,
Mm-hmm.
right? Kind of getting my ratings as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot more fun flying an airplane.
Itu sebentar. Ini on the
Mhm.
side itu emang is it for a hobby tadinya
No.
atau emang kayak backup gitu?
No, so my parents want me to finish school
Uh-huh.
if I want to go to a pilot to become a pilot.
Okay.
Right. So I was kind of juggling both.
Mm.
So like taking classes at the college,
Mm-hmm.
but I was also getting my ratings done.
Mm-hmm.
Because we only went to school like 3-4 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like 4 days off a week, right?
But what are you gonna do with that pilot stuff though kalau sambil sekolah misalnya sekolahnya lancar nih? What are you gonna do with that though? Kayak ini jadi why is it the side gitu?
But see, over time, as I fly more, getting more hours, right? The classroom stuff, the engineering stuff,
Mhm.
I became disinterested in it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to do it anymore. But
Mhm.
then I have so much more fun flying an airplane,
Mm-hmm.
right? Flying by myself, going to flying over the mountain, Mount Baker and all that. Going over to the Friday Harbor. Looking at all the sites, man. Like
Yeah.
just over time, like I think I want to do this.
Dari situ.
Yeah.
Like,
It kind of
you
doesn't.
have passion in there.
It didn't come right away.
Mm.
Oh, I want to be a pilot right now, because like around that age, I feel like we're still trying to figure out what we want to do.
Mm.
Like you don't really know.
Okay, so let me rephrase
Yeah.
the question. So ngambil kelas pilot itu untuk for fun aja atau
No, it was for like I want to be an airline pilot, but
tapi nggak terlalu tadinya cuman ya we'll see where it goes gitu.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tapi tadinya fokusnya tetap mau ke engineering.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no, because
Still trying to find.
engineering was like, it was my parents' goal.
Okay, jadi
Yeah.
masih
It was like,
in between gitu, masih trying to
Yeah.
find the identity, the
Yeah.
passion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that is something that I was dealing with.
Yeah.
What do I actually want to do?
yeah, that's right.
In
Yeah.
that stage,
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Akhirnya menemukan pas sambil lagi nyoba-nyoba, akhirnya menemukan kayaknya mau lebih fokus di sini.
yeah, that's right. So
Okay.
yeah, my after I got my private pilot, that's I was like, oh man, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, engineering, not so much.
Not
But
so much.
respect for the engineers. So I mean, we know a
I
lot.
mean, they kind of
We
help
know a
created
lot,
the
yeah,
planes,
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Jadi pilot ini requirementnya apa aja? Step-stepnya untuk
Okay.
dari mulainya sampai bisa jadi major airline pilot tuh kan pasti nggak langsung
Yeah.
sekolah doang terus langsung
Yeah.
ke sana, kan ada tahap-tahapnya tuh.
Yeah.
Itu what is the high level step prosesnya lah kurang lebih.
Yeah. Okay. So, here in the U.S., so you have what is that? 4 licenses that you have to get. So you have a private license, instrument, and then commercial single or commercial multi. Right. So that's the basic. So private pilot, it's about 40 hours, I believe, 50 hours. That's
Kalau udah terbang 50 jam itu
Yeah.
bisa jadi itu.
yeah. So that's private. So private pilot, it's not the private jet pilot.
Mhm.
It's just small planes you can fly by yourself, fly with your
Kayak
friends.
Cessna gitu.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Okay.
remember we flew
Yep,
one
yep,
time. Yeah, remember
yep.
that? Yeah. Yeah. So private pilot. I was a private pilot when I took you there.
Mhm.
And then private pilot, you can't fly in clouds,
Okay.
right? So it has to be what's it's called VFR. So you can't fly in clouds. Weather has to be good,
Hmm.
and it has to be summer days in Seattle, basically, right? Can't be like low ceiling raining like this right now.
Dan how do you deal with Seattle kan sering apa
Yeah,
cloudy, hujan apalagi tuh sering
yeah.
banget
So as a private pilot, you can really only fly in the summer here in the Seattle,
in the Seattle. Okay.
and then but then you move on to what's called the instrument rating,
Mhm.
and then you basically fly. You don't look outside now. You fly with instruments, so you look inside the entire time.
Okay.
That's once you pass that, then now you can fly in clouds.
Mhm.
So because a lot of our flying once you get to the airline, it's you fly in anything except like thunderstorms, right?
Yeah, you gotta
You
be
don't do
prepared to
that.
do
Yeah.
anything. I mean, that's the
So
real deal, kan?
yeah, so that's why after private you get your instrument rating, and then now see once you get private and instrument, they can't pay you yet,
Mhm.
right? So you have to get your commercial rating, commercial certificate,
Okay.
right? But in order for you to have a commercial certificate, you have to have 250 hours
Okay.
here in the States. But so there's two types of commercial, right? Commercial single engine and then commercial multi engine.
Multi-engine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what a lot of people do to save money is you become a commercial
Mhm.
single airplane first, because if you rent a multi-engine airplane, it's double, obviously, because you got two engines. It's a little bit more expensive.
Harganya lebih mahal ya.
The instructor is more expensive. So to cut costs, a lot of people will do commercial single first,
Okay.
commercial single engine first, and then they do the what it's called an add-on.
Mhm.
So instead of once you have a commercial license, you don't have to do a full course. You can just do an add-on
Mhm.
to a multi-engine.
Mhm.
It's only about 10 hours. So you have your commercial certificate, and then now you add on a multi-engine onto it.
Okay.
So now you can fly twin planes,
Mhm.
right? Planes with two engines.
The bigger planes itu yang
Yeah.
mulai ya.
So that's the absolute minimum there, 250 hours.
Mhm.
But you're really not marketable at that hours.
Masih kurang untuk masuk ke
250 hours, yeah, that's not
kurang jam terbang.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So what a lot of people do to build time here. So you asked about the process, right?
Mhm.
Once you get that four certificates,
Mhm.
is what a lot of people do is they become a certified flight instructor,
Mhm.
and there's three types. You have a CFI, CFII, and then MEI. So CFI is like you what it stands for is certified flight instructor.
Mhm.
So you can fly, you can teach people in private pilots.
Mhm.
Only you can only fly in good weather. You can
Mhm.
only teach in good weather, right?
Mhm.
But then you have a CFII,
Mhm.
the extra I is for the instrument.
Mhm.
So now you can teach people how to fly in clouds,
Mhm.
and then now you have and then after that you have a multi-engine instructor. Now you can fly in you can teach in multi-engine aircrafts.
Okay.
So all in all, prior to the airline, you have 7 certificates.
Mhm. Banyak juga ya.
Yeah, yeah. So you have like private PPL, you have instrument rating, commercial single, commercial multi,
Oh man.
CFI, CFII, and
Hmm.
then MEI. So I have all 7. Um, Most people stop about in CFI
Mhm.
because the double I and then the multi-engine
Okay.
instructor. It's not necessary, but you're just a little bit more marketable.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you'll have more job opportunities for you if you do have it.
Oke.
Yeah.
Ini tuh kayak SIM berarti.
Yeah, itu kayak SIM ya.
Ada
Kayak SIM.
perpanjangannya nggak? Kayak misalnya kan kalau kita punya SIM setiap 5 tahun perpanjangan
Yeah.
gitu. Ini ada nggak kalau
For flight instructors, yes. For
Okay.
the certified flight instructor, you have to renew every 2 years.
Mhm.
But for the other license, you just have to do a flight review.
Oke.
Yeah, so it doesn't expire, but you do have to do a flight review with the instructor. So once you get that 7, right, you become a flight instructor. Now you built your time
Mhm.
to 1500 hours, 1500 hours.
Itu untuk bisa masuk ke major airline, big
A
airline. Regional.
Yeah. So
Regional itu kayak domestic gitu.
it's more like it's a smaller
Scope.
smaller airline, yeah, smaller plane.
Mhm.
So after that, after I had my 1500 hours, I went to a regional, here based in Seattle,
Mhm.
Painfield actually. It's
Okay.
right here.
Right.
So it was a 76 seater plane.
Mhm.
So a regional, it's usually about 76 max.
Mhm.
I flew the Embraer
Oke.
175. So the process of going to a major, it takes time.
It takes time.
It takes time. A lot of tests, a lot of license.
Okay.
So I went to a regional airline. I was there for 3 years.
Mhm.
And then I was a first officer.
Mhm.
So I sat on the right seat, a co-pilot,
Mhm.
for 2.5.
Oke.
And then I had time to I had the opportunity as well to become a captain.
Mhm. Di situ di
The Horizon.
Horizon.
Yeah. At the regional there. So I was a captain there for 6 months.
Mhm.
And then I applied to because you don't want to. I mean, there's nothing wrong with regional, you know, but a legacy airline or a major airline provides you with more pay, more opportunities, more destinations and all that. So I applied to a legacy, and yeah, I've been there since January of 23. So
Setahun berarti, baru setahun.
a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, January of 2023.
Mhm.
Yeah. So all in all, how many is that? So that's 7, right?
Mhm.
And then I have 2 type ratings.
Mhm.
So, and in between that you have a lot of tests, a lot of
A lot
stitch
of
checks.
tests. Mhm.
At the airline you have to do checks, simulator checks every 9 months.
Oke. Banyak juga ya requirement-nya ya.
Yeah. So about, let's see, about 10 years. Yeah, 9 years, 10 years from the day I started flying to my end goal as a major airline pilot.
10 tahun prosesnya
Yeah,
ya
10
untuk
tahun.
bisa to get to this stage right now.
Yeah, and about 3,500 hours. 3,500.
Oh, sekarang udah segitu terbang.
Waktu di hire, sekarang udah
waktu di hire yang 2023 kemarin.
Yeah, waktu yang di the major legacy airline 3,500, 3,400. So now I have about 4,500, 4,500.
Udah ini jam terbangnya udah banyak.
4,500 ya. That's nothing though, still a baby.
Terus takut nggak terbang tinggi gitu, bawa orang lagi gitu?
Bro, fun fact, I'm afraid of height a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are?
Jadi
kalau misalnya ada yang nyangkut di genteng nggak berani gitu.
See, it's weird because when I'm flying and like I look at the window, it's fine. It's fine. I don't, it's just okay, whatever. But like if like you said, hey, ke genteng, hey, can you go up there?
Ngambil layangan gitu.
Oh, no thank you.
Nggak berani.
Well, like like a Grand Canyon, or I remember I went to Golden Gate Bridge with my family, the SF, yeah. It's you got fences, all around, but like
shaking.
Yeah,
scared.
dude, I was scared, man.
Yeah,
I was scared. Yeah.
Mungkin beda kali kalau kalau di pesawat feel-nya beda kali.
I think it's just because the psychological effect where like you're.
There's boundaries.
Yeah, I
like,
think so.
kayak ketutup gitu jadi nggak terlalu
Yeah, I
lihat.
think so. I feel like open.
You're not like one step closer to falling or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I went to Grand Canyon. Like, man, I don't want to step too close.
Yeah, tapi it's a beautiful view. I remember
Yeah.
going in that with little plane, the Cessna
Yeah.
yang di Painfield itu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember,
great.
man, I wish I can, fly it too, but I never had, any passion
Yeah.
or direction towards that until Top Gun 2. When I was watching Top Gun 2, aduh kayaknya seru juga nih
Yeah.
jadi pilot nih, cuman susah nggak ya?
It's a lot of fun, man. I mean, to answer you expand to your question more, if I'm scared or not, no.
Yeah.
I think flying has become a second nature.
Mhm.
I mean, like, when we went to surf together, right? Driving
Surf.
school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Remember that?
Mm.
So, I mean, like, at first driving is scary.
Mm.
Going
Yeah.
going to a highway is scary, but I mean, just like flying,
As you get used to it, it's
it
second
becomes
nature.
a second nature to you. Yes, right. And
Yeah.
then there's a lot of redundancy in the airplane
Mhm.
where if one fails, it's not a big deal, man. Even let's say like we have an engine failure, you practice it in the simulator.
Mhm.
You study, you study it, you memorize it.
Yeah.
When I fly, I always prepare for the worst.
Mhm.
You kind of
Yeah,
have like
itu.
your
Yep.
mindset ready.
Because there's big risk, man. Flying.
There's always
and
a risk.
especially with news today, planes
Yeah,
going
there's
malfunction.
Yeah.
Ada yang apa kualitinya kurang
Yeah.
inilah gitu.
Yeah, like there's always risk. Like even when you're like taxiing out to the runway,
Mhm.
man, okay, I see the planes there. I'm going to the runway. He better not
Not
go in front of
going there
me.
too.
Yeah, exactly. Or like I'm about to take off. Okay, so
Yeah.
if an engine fails, this is what I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
Or like if there's a fire, this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So as far as for like failures, being
Mhm.
scared, no, I don't. You don't get scared. Don't get scared. Be prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. Kadang orang juga mikir with the way current condition are the news ya.
Yeah.
Wah, ada pesawat yang kualitasnya
Yeah.
kurang, ada yang bannya jatuh, ada yang
Yeah.
apa.
Yeah.
I get freaked out too sometimes. Oh,
Yeah.
so if I'm a pilot, am I able to?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So that kind of mindset. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I'm a pilot. So.
Yeah. Well, there's this thing called the aviate, navigate, communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what, you fly the plane. You fly the plane first, and then you navigate to where you want to go, where you want to land,
Mm-hmm.
and then you communicate. That's kind of what the mantra is
Mm-hmm.
in the in flying. So as we live by that every day.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what happened, that's you do that.
Ross, where do you fly? International juga atau just in the US?
Both actually. So I fly, well, international, mostly domestic. So right now I fly the Airbus A320 family.
Mm-hmm.
So I fly the 319, Airbus 320, 321, 321 Neo.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically here in Seattle. So I'm Seattle based.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, a lot of our flying is to the East Coast, Hawaii,
Okay.
to Mexico, Canada.
That's the international
Yeah.
side of it.
And then we fly to Dominican Republic, Aruba,
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Di Amerika
see.
saja.
Huh?
Di Amerika saja atau ada kayak ke I don't know Asia, Jepang.
See, that's the bigger plane.
Mm-hmm.
The
okay.
the A330, A350.
Mhm.
They go to like Asia, Europe,
Mhm.
Africa. They go to all over the world basically.
Mhm.
Right. So but now so just to give a context, the way I was assigned it is based off seniority,
Mhm.
right? So the more senior you are in the company, meaning like how many years you've been in that company,
Mhm.
you can pick an airplane. So since I was a new hire, they need pilots to fly that fleet.
Mhm.
So I was assigned that. But once you know I'm in the company for a little bit longer, then
Mm.
then I could be in that plane, in the bigger
In a
plane.
bigger plane.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully one day I'll fly the bigger plane. Go
Ya,
to
langsung ke Indonesia aja.
yeah, that's right.
Tapi belum ada sih kan
No,
penerbangan langsung. Tapi ke Singapura ada tuh, itu lumayan jauh juga dari Seattle ke Singapura.
yeah, not Ireland though.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, but right now just yeah, mostly domestic. Like
Domestik daerah
yeah,
kayak
like
di Amerika lah ya.
yeah, like 80% of my flights are domestic. Sometimes like like next week I'm going to Cancun.
Hmm.
Um,
Meksiko.
yeah, Mexico, and then in my base we also the way we do it is we'd fly one leg to New York, for example,
Mhm.
and then we stay out there for the night, and then the next day would fly from New York down to like I saw on the next month schedule. There's a lot of Aruba,
Hmm.
Dominican Republic flights. So
Oke.
hopefully I get to fly one of those.
Schedule-nya gimana bro? Kan kalau from my
Yeah.
understanding kadang ya like you said, kadang udah terbang ke sini diam di situ gitu. Pulangnya kapan?
So
Atau jadi schedule-nya apakah udah selalu
yeah,
fix? Apa kadang
yeah,
masih ya move around depending on demands.
yeah. So the way we do a schedule is we bid for a schedule. So we request
Hmm.
to the company what we want, and that happens every month.
Mhm.
And then we get our line. That's what you fly. But typically we only we only work like 12 to 14 days a month. So we're
12 to 14 days per month.
yeah, we only work like 12 to 14 days a month. So I usually like in the month I have 14 days off,
Mhm.
15 days off, 16. Yeah,
Okay.
so
That's
so
about 5 days extra than office.
like
A week.
office they what 8 days off, right?
Yeah, around 8.
Yeah, around 8,
That's
right?
right.
So usually we work for 3 to 4 days straight.
Mm.
But see the thing is we don't go home, right?
Mhm.
We have a 3-4 day stretch. We're gone for 3-4 days.
Mm.
But and then typically we'll be home like 2 to 4 days
Mm.
off in a row.
Mm.
So my schedule is I usually fly 3 to 4 days,
Mhm.
and then I do one leg. Most of the time it's only one leg a day, 2 legs a day. So like one flight or 2 flights a day.
Yeah.
Very rare where I do 3 flights,
Mhm.
and sometimes when I do 3 flights, it's only like an hour flight
Mm.
per flight.
Okay.
So it's not too far. But usually, yeah, one flight, 2 flights a day. That's pretty normal. And then I would be in the hotel in the city
Mhm.
about 15 to 24 hours.
Okay.
So plenty of time to explore the city.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's great schedule. Yeah.
Terus kalau kerja kayak gitu di pesawat tuh selalu harus di depan setir gitu, harus
No, actually,
lihat ke
yeah.
depan gitu.
No, so when we're up in cruise, man, you you can do whatever you want to do, but it's within rules though, right?
Mm.
Right. You can't be on your phone. You
Mm.
can't take a nap.
Mm.
But you can eat. You can
Boleh
read
makan.
company materials.
Mm.
Talk to the guy right next to you or the girl right next to you. You know. But we fly with autopilot,
Okay.
right? You take off. Some pilots they like to engage the autopilot as soon as they're able to, as soon as we, like 5 minutes after takeoff.
5 menit habis take off langsung
Man.
autopilot.
Some pilots do that. They just get
Se-early itu.
yeah. Oh yeah. In my company, it's in the books, in our rules, you can engage the autopilot 5 seconds after liftoff.
5 seconds?
Yeah,
That's really fast.
100
man.
feet or 5 seconds after liftoff. But that's very rare when people do that. Usually we get it up to like 10,000 and then you put the autopilot on.
Baru ini.
But that's
pas.
like 5-10 minutes after takeoff usually. And then you turn it you do have to turn it off for landing, right? So usually like the last like 2 minutes of the flight.
Of the flight.
Yeah,
The
so
last 2 minutes. Okay, here's the question, Brad.
yeah.
How long is the duration you can turn on autopilot?
The entire flight.
The entire flight?
So let's say so I just flew Orlando to Seattle. That's about a 6-hour flight. I flew probably
Yang dipegangnya nih gitu.
yeah, the one I'm flying probably like 10 minutes.
10 menit. Itu
Yeah.
berapa tuh duration Orlando ke sini?
6 hours.
10 menit dari 6 jam.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Gak
So
takut ketiduran gitu. Or what do you do actually? What do you do in
no, you just read company materials. You kind of like I said, you have to be prepared for anything. So what I do is I usually just kind of brush up on procedures because you're not gonna lose an engine every flight. That's very rare, right? So I read that, or like I'll look into the distance, look at the views, or I eat.
You eat.
Bathroom breaks.
Bathroom breaks.
Yeah, man.
Kalau di itu tuh ada berapa pilot sih di
Two.
Cuman
Yeah.
2 aja, nggak ada kayak
Yeah.
backup gitu. Ada siapa lagi gitu.
Depending on how far you fly, but typically my flights are less than 8 hours.
Karena dekat, nggak
Yeah.
terlalu panjang.
Yeah,
gitu.
so but most international flights they always have 3.
Have 3. Oh, jadi kalau
3
yang
pilots,
satu
yeah.
ngantuk apa gantian gitu.
Well, it's for the rest rules. They have to take rest. About 2 hours per pilot. I believe if the flight is more than 8 hours.
Oh, mandatory.
Yeah.
Kayak kalau
Yeah,
di
it's-
office sih kayak mandatory lunch gitu. You
Yeah,
have to
it's-
take it.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
FAR 117 rules. So, but yeah, man, autopilot, it's on the entire flight.
Kok
It's on the
jadi
entire flight.
deg-degan ya? Gimana kalau
It's-
ketiduran?
See,
Ngantuk?
that's the thing though. We fly in mid 30s, right? Like 30,000 feet to about 39,000 feet. The airspace is called the RVSM airspace.
Okay.
And the clearance between plane is 1,000 feet. If you don't have an autopilot and then you have flight, we're humans. You're not gonna be that precise. Autopilot is way better. That's why above 29,000 feet, you need autopilot. You have to have autopilots. Yeah.
Okay, this is one question I have. Kan dari you said berapa tadi 5 detik atau 5 minutes after takeoff, 5 detik
Yeah.
after takeoff,
Yeah.
something like that. Boleh langsung autopilot.
Yep.
Tapi kan kalau kita take off tuh harus ke pesawat
Yeah.
terbang tuh harus ke
Yeah.
certain level of height kan.
Right.
Itu kan misalnya kalau udah autopilot gitu gimana tuh kan? Do you have to set it up harus naik ke sini atau nanti autopilotnya naikin sendiri ke
Yeah.
sana gitu.
So the autopilot is it's like very advanced, right? It's very smart. It can hold horizontal axis and then vertical axis, very well. So you just tell what the planes if you want to climb. So there's we have like an automation box on the panel there. Let's say you want to climb to 15,000 feet. You just dial up 15,000, and then you set it. Make sure it says 15,000, and then doing what's supposed to do on the screen, and it climbs. Or like let's say the ATC wants you to slow down or speeds up. You just dial the speed.
Oh,
300 knots.
Tapi tetap harus di setting dulu.
Yeah. So yeah, the pilot is
yang nyeting.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're like an operator.
Yep.
Yeah. It's man, like the Airbus is a very smart plane. I mean, planes nowadays, it's very smart. It's a big flying computer basically.
Mhm.
The planes can land by itself.
Jadi nggak harus kita yang. Tapi itu ini nggak bahaya nggak?
No.
Apa pernah ada failure? Kayak gitu.
You actually have to land. So this is what this is only in the airlines. Depending on the weather, there's 3 types of landings.
Mhm.
There's Cat 1 landing, Cat 2, and Cat 3. So Cat 3 is like you know how here in Seattle it gets very foggy,
Mhm.
in the morning.
Mhm.
So when it gets that foggy, you do a Cat 3 landing. That's an auto land.
Okay.
So you
Lebih ini akurat gitu.
it's more accurate.
Okay.
Yes. So the plane wind will, from 35,000 feet, whatever the cruising altitude is, it will land on the runway,
Mhm.
with the autopilot on the entire time until it's on the ground. It slows down on its own
Mhm.
because it's foggy, and then it's safer.
Setelah safe daripada sendiri kan mungkin malah nggak kelihatan ya, jadi bisa
Yeah,
nge-steer gitu.
But for Boeing, I believe I don't know this. What 73? So 737 have the HUD,
Mhm.
the heads-up display. I believe they have to fly with manually
Mhm.
because they have the HUD. They don't. I believe they don't have the auto land. I think they do, but fact check me on that.
Ini
So I
bisa
don't.
nanya ke Om ini.
Yeah, because I don't fly the Boeing, so I don't know. So I flew the Embraer as well.
Mhm.
The Embraer has an auto land because
Okay.
we don't have the HUD. Yeah.
Oh gitu ya.
Yeah.
Jadi bisa sendiri gitu.
Yeah, it's very
Terus
safe.
kalau kan ada tuh ya kalau misalnya contoh aja di Indonesia kan ada tuh landing yang wah kayaknya shaky banget sama serem banget, itu dia manual kira-kira atau pakai autopilot? Ada bedanya nggak? Autopilot apakah selalu smooth atau?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah, not necessarily. Autopilot and hand flying, you can't really tell from the back, as a passenger if it's on autopilot or on auto land.
Mhm.
But sometimes that's what happens when it's windy.
Mhm.
You get turbulence, you get tossed around and all that, and you have to, as a pilot, when you fly, you have to counter it to stay on the landing path, right? Yeah. So, but the plane can handle a lot. So when that happens, when you see that wings flexes, it's supposed to do that. No worries, man. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's something that I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Soalnya kan kalau autopilot, kalau udah diprogram, I'm just thinking mungkin lebih smooth gitu landingnya, nggak sampai shade. But I guess there's other factors.
If it's windy, there's actually a limit to an auto land. So in my plane, it's a 25 knots crosswind.
Okay.
Or sorry, 15 knots crosswind, and then 25 knots headwind. So if it's more than that, you can't use an auto land.
Harus ini.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready.
You gotta fly yourself. So most of the time, when it's windy, it's most likely flying by hand. Yeah.
Another question is, you said you were captain ya di Horizon sebelum yang ini ya. Kalau di jenjang karirnya pilot itu, captain, is it the highest jenjang karirnya di pilot, atau masih ada yang tinggi lagi dari itu?
So
atau gimana sih the hierarchy of the
the hierarchy of like an airline pilot? Yeah. So the way it works is you become a first officer at a regional first, right? And then you become a captain.
Regional.
At a regional, yep. And then after you have a little more experience, you move on to a major airline or a legacy. So, and then you start over. You don't when you become a captain at regional, and then you move to another airline. Yeah, you start over. A first officer, and then you become a captain.
Oh, apa selalu gitu? First officer, captain, first officer, cuman 2 itu aja.
Yeah, that's it. So captain is you're the boss.
Mhm.
You know, you make the decision.
Mhm.
Everyone looks up to you.
Mhm.
You know, you're you're the boss during that flight.
Of the
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah. If
Yang
something
buat
would help,
announcement siapa?
huh?
Kapten atau
Captain. The announcement is
Oh,
captain.
okay.
The welcome announcement is
Mhm.
is captain. You know, if anything happens to that flight,
Mhm.
captains will get
Kapten
blamed.
yang
Yep.
oh, kapten ini juga nggak yang kita bakal gini yang apa misalnya lagi
Oh, like
turbulence
briefing?
apa ya briefing.
Yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
so captain's responsible for the ship, responsible for the crew. You know, they responsible for the entire thing, for the flight and all that. Yeah.
Oke. Jadi berkarir nih ya di Amerika.
Yeah.
This is question that I've been wanting to ask.
Yeah.
Pernah nggak pengen balik ke Indo, kan gede di Indo gitu. I don't know, kan kita sekolah di sini terus pengen balik ke Indo berkarya di Indonesia gitu.
Yeah.
Pernah nggak?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I had back in 2017. So the reason I tried to work in Indonesia is because here, if you want to go to the airline, you need 1,500 hours.
1.500 itu
1,500,
ya.
yeah, that's right. But in Indonesia, you don't. You need about 250 hours. No. You just need a commercial license. You can fly 737, you can fly Airbus. Right, so
beda ininya.
Yeah, beda
requirement-nya.
Yeah, that's
Kalau
right.
di sini harus panjang 1.500.
Yeah.
Di sana 250 doang bisa terbang.
Yeah. Same thing in Europe as well, actually. In Asia, it's only in the US that has 1,500 hours.
That's a high requirement.
Yeah, but back in 2017, I finished school in like spring of 2017, right? And I tried my luck. I tried my luck in Indonesia. So I went there for about a month and a half. Trying
masuk
to
ke airline.
trying to get a job, but I have an FAA license, right? Airlines in Indonesia doesn't fly under the FAA.
Doesn't recognize atau gimana?
No, it's not. They recognize FAA, but they
soalnya that FAA is big. Sorry, I'm not an pilot person, so I'm just.
It's just a different governing body in the USA and the Indonesia, right? So my license isn't. I can't fly Indonesian airplanes. I can only fly American airplanes. So I went there. Went to school. Tried to convert my.
Harus di-convert.
Yeah, so I need Indonesian license.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not a long process. Could get it done in a month, but man, it's just I don't know how to put it, in a nice way. Man. It's just
sekolahnya susah atau
it's
gimana?
not hard. Flying is.
Sebentar, sekolahnya tuh buat apa? Sekolah lagi atau kayak to understand the airspace atau governingnya beda gitu?
Yeah, just to understand Indonesian rules, and then I mean, it's same but different in a way. Indonesian airspace rules and all that. So I went there for about a month, but man, it's very hard. It's not very transparent in Indonesia.
Apanya?
As far as for like looking for, it's more of like who you know. It's very heavy on that. In Indonesia, you don't, here, you apply online. You apply online, you do the process, you get a call back in, 2 weeks.
Because of your competency, your skill.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but so I went there, and then very controversial.
Gimana tuh?
So I took a test.
Untuk convert.
Yeah, to convert. But they told me, okay, this is my personal experience. Okay,
Oke.
this
Mungkin
was
beda
back
lagi buat orang lain.
this was back in 2017.
2017. Oke.
2017, you know, try to get my license, and they told me to bring some bribe money.
Ini suruh bawa uang
Yeah,
amplop gitu
so uang amplop.
ke
Yeah.
apa untuk atasan yang ngepas
So yeah,
ini ya.
yeah, that's right. Again, this is a disclaimer. This is 2017, so I don't. Hopefully, it's not like that anymore. But yeah, but I didn't bring bribe money, and I failed. I failed. So
Benar-benar failed atau di failed kira-kira?
I don't know, but yeah, I failed. I didn't pass.
Itu dikasih tahu skornya nggak?
Enggak, bro. That's the thing. Yeah.
Nggak dikasih tahu.
Harusnya
dikasih tahu nggak?
Here,
Kalau
you
di
know,
Amerika
if you take written test, yeah, you find out. You take it in a computer. You find out right after the test. But I didn't find out after a week. No, like a week and a half maybe. Yeah, so
tapi berarti ujung-ujungnya tahu skornya berapa?
I didn't. No.
Oh, still you don't know?
No, you don't know. You just know if you fail or not.
Oke, sorry. Jadi abis seminggu tuh baru kasih, nggak
Yeah,
pass.
that's right.
Dah.
Yeah.
Tapi nggak skornya nggak dikasih tahu gitu.
Yeah.
Okay.
What like kind of like was like dang, it's because man, I never failed a written test. You know, to this day I never failed any test, any flying test, any written test. But the only time I failed, you know, in my flying career, is in Indonesia.
Yang itu tes untuk convert itu.
That's right. Yeah, the only time I failed. I've taken, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Taken about maybe 11, 12 written tests, and then I've taken maybe like 20 check rides here. Never failed. The only time I failed is in Indonesia.
Mungkin pakai bahasa apa gitu, bahasa
Maybe
Jawa, Sunda.
Maybe I just don't know Indonesia that well, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah. So I kind of gave up the aspirations to work.
Kerja di Indonesia.
Yeah, in Indonesia. Yeah. So I went back, and then I'm like, man, I have to suck it up and become a flight instructor. So I did that.
Yeah, di sini di Amerika.
Yeah, and never looked back. And I'm glad I made that decision. So I mean, I guess it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, you know. It didn't work out there, and then it worked it went
very well in the US ya. Malah masuk sekarang pernah jadi kapten, pernah
That's
jadi
right.
ke major airlines sekarang ya.
Yeah.
Jadi di Indonesia kemungkinan besar harus ada connection yang kuat atau apa
Yeah.
gitu. Dan prosesnya susah untuk pure
It's not very transparent.
by your skill gitu. Harus there's bribe money in there, ada amplopnya segala.
It's crazy, man, right?
Yeah, it's almost in many Indonesian setting kan.
Yeah.
Mohon maaf ya, tidak menyinggung siapapun, cuman yang seperti banyak di berita atau di cerita-cerita kan, masuk tentara, masuk polisi, harus kenal orang dulu lah, harus ada duit duit masuk lah gitu. Duit masuk baru nanti boleh dimasukin gitu kan. But that's kind of I think that's a big issue in Indonesia that needs to be fixed. Especially orang Indonesia yang di Amerika itu banyak sebenarnya pengen pulang. Cuman kena halt by those processes. Which is sad. Kadang kita sebagai orang ini pengen berkarya di Indonesia, cuman ya itu dia prosesnya.
They make it hard, man.
They make it hard. Padahal kita pengen majuin juga gitu kan.
But I mean, now as
all in all, I'm seeing, you're happy now with the, where you are at.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm glad I failed, I guess.
That's
no, I like,
good fail.
Thinking back, like if I didn't fail,
kalau masih maju mungkin ketemu apa lagi gitu kan, nggak tahu ya.
Like would I end up, flying Air Garuda or something? But then like would never be where I'm at right now.
Karirnya nggak naik gitu
Yeah,
atau
that's
apa
right.
gitu.
Yeah, because from what I know in Indonesia, it's very stagnant.
Mhm.
You're first officer for a long time.
Mhm.
There's not much room to grow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Jadi pilot pasti kan setiap pekerjaan itu punya benefit.
Yeah.
I'm actually interested to know benefit apa sih jadi pilot dari airline-nya, pasti ada lah benefitnya.
Oh, it's a lot.
Setiap airline kan beda-beda.
Yeah.
But some illustration of kalau jadi pilot tuh kerja di sini atau di a lot of airlines pasti ada benefitsnya gitu.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the biggest one is traveling, right? Me, I can travel unlimited travel. My parents,
Unlimited? Tanpa batas gitu.
Nope.
Mau kemana aja, kapanpun
Yeah.
gitu.
Yeah, kemana aja. With me, so as a pilot, and then I can fly on basically any airlines obviously for my own airline for free, but I can fly with like 90% of the airlines out there for like $50, $100.
Karena connection with the airline?
Because they have like partnerships and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so but on top of that, my parents can travel for free as well.
Ini parents doang atau
Parents?
siblings?
Yeah, some airlines can have siblings, but most airlines only
Up to parents.
travel companion, so like your wife and all that. Your kids will be able to travel for free as well. Big discounts on hotel, and I don't think there's anything. Our 401k match is crazy, man. It's 18%. 18%.
Where I work, it's 8%. Max.
Yeah, so
gede banget dong.
Yeah.
18.
Retirement, life insurance, it's great. And then let's see, what else? There's a lot of benefits, man.
Mau nanya yang sensitif nih Oke, lanjut.
Yeah, benefits. There's a lot of benefits. I mean, like I said before, you're actually home.
Home quite a lot.
Home quite a lot. Yeah, you're home about 2 weeks. About 14, 16 days off a month. Yeah.
Ini sensitif nih. You can pass.
Yeah.
Tapi I'm really curious.
Yeah.
Beneran nih. If you misalnya nih you pay all your bills.
Yeah.
In a month setting or atau in a year lah ya.
Yeah.
Karena kita orang Indonesia lah ya.
Yeah.
Ini kehidupan di Amerika nih.
Yeah.
You pay your bills, your rent, whatever.
Yeah.
Mobil apalah. Pulang ke Indonesia dalam setahun, what can you get with your salary
right now?
Kayak for instance right now. For instance, atau enggak inilah average major airline pilot.
Okay.
Udah nih semua udah dibayar pulang ke Indonesia gitu. Dalam setahun what can you get? For instance, kayak dalam setahun tuh bisa beli 4 rumah gitu. Atau
how much the house?
Kita ambil yang minimal aja ya, rumah minimalis tuh misalnya kayak rumah yang 300 jutaan lah gitu.
Okay.
Yang tipe 45 atau 60 lah.
Okay.
Gitu.
Average pilot.
Average. Ini average ya.
Average major pilot, right?
Ini belum yang jadi kapten top atau apalah atau seniority.
You can buy that house once a month.
Sebulan satu. Rumah 300 jutaan gitu.
Yeah.
Berarti setahun 12 rumah.
12 rumah.
Ya. Itu udah
itu,
bayar.
That's for major.
Ini kan udah bill yang semuanya. Yang bulanan udah dibayar gitu.
Iya.
Gede banget, bro.
Iya.
Gede banget.
Yeah. Well, that's the because of the new contracts right now. Yeah, but a few years ago it wasn't like that. It's a really good time right now to become a pilot.
Yeah. Kalau orang jadi pilot ada berapa tahun kira-kira? 10
tahun. If you fast track it, 5 years maybe.
5 years.
Yeah.
Tapi kalau nyantai 10 tahun.
nyantai probably.
Tua lagi. Yeah. Jadi, so you think you've achieved your dream job?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
You don't want to change career pasti ya.
No, man.
No.
Yeah. Gonna be doing this for the next 37 years.
37 you
Yeah.
akan retire early gitu.
I don't know.
I mean,
man, it's so, if you think about it, it's so easy.
it's so easy and
It's
it's
so
fun.
easy.
I
Yeah.
can imagine karena
Yeah.
setiap hari nyupir, lihat pemandangan, terus
That's
di
it.
base somewhere itu udah
That's it.
lingkungan baru lagi
Yeah.
kan. Jadi nggak kalau kayak like you said kerja di
Yeah.
office 8 jam di situ terus.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you don't get a lot of cuti gitu
Yeah.
atau vacation.
Yeah.
Ya udah di situ aja terus.
Yeah.
Kadang mau liburan juga cuman sebentar mungkin.
That's right.
Kalau ini udah jalan-jalan, udah liburan
Yeah.
sambil kerja gitu.
Yeah, but like you know, you're in an office for 8 hours, and then you go home, right? I work 6 hours flying, and then I'll be in a new city. Have the whole day.
Sambil transit
Yeah.
bisa ngapain
Yeah,
gitu. Itu di
exactly.
pay kan sama
Oh, yeah.
airline-nya kayak
Yeah,
hotel, makan juga.
Yep, you get per diem. Yeah, you get per
Okay.
diem. Yeah. So
Kira-kira di Indonesia gitu nggak?
I don't know actually.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just wondering karena kan
yeah,
di
I'm not
Indonesia
sure.
kadang-kala kan kalau from
Yeah.
news
Yeah.
kayaknya kurang underpaid atau kadang kurang di di
Yeah.
take care of
Yeah.
si employee itu.
Yeah, nggak tahu ya. I don't know how
Nggak
how it
pernah
works.
ada temen nggak di Indo gitu
No, I
yang jadi
don't.
pilot, nggak ada.
Yeah, nggak ada.
Hmm.
I thought you do.
I do, but I don't know. I never asked
yeah,
them.
yeah.
But I'm just maybe you have.
Yeah, no, I
friends.
don't know how it works in Indonesia. Probably the same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably the same juga ada
Yeah, probably
benefit
the same.
tertentu.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oke nih, mungkin kita sekarang ke closing ya. Is there two things yang in the process of becoming a pilot that benar-benar menguras mental maneh lah, kayak aduh capek banget nih ini buat stres ini apa?
Yeah.
Two things.
Well, I remember.
Karena kalau mau jadi pilot
Yeah.
harus tahu ininya suka dukanya lah gitu.
Yeah. It's when you're when I was becoming a flight instructor, man, just the amount of studying. The amount of studying. I mean, I think it's like for any career, but the amount of studying in short amount of time, it was a lot.
Karena
Yeah.
harus ngajar juga kan.
Yeah, that's right. It was a lot. And two things.
Satu lagi mungkin karena harus jauh dari keluarga kah atau harus
Yeah.
kemana kan di Seattle-nya. I know you went to Arizona as well.
Yeah.
Karena kan di sini cuaca nggak ini ya.
Yeah. But still, the reason I went to Arizona, is because I was flight instructing. You know, it's and the flow. It's a lot of reasons. Flow of students. There's not many students here. Because it was the flight school I was teaching at. They partner with a lot of airlines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, being away from the family, it's part of the job. You know, you can't. You win some, you lose some. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oke, closing nih. Ada pesan-pesan nggak untuk orang-orang yang mungkin masih muda atau mungkin udah berusia juga mau become a pilot kan udah berusia juga mungkin it's not too late. It's never too late.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Ada pesan-pesan nggak nih buat yang baru mau masuk atau mau change career something?
Yeah,
like
I would say if you're thinking of becoming a pilot, do it within the next 5-7 years. A lot of airlines are still will be having shortage the next 5 years because of retirements and then growth. I would also say fly often when you're in flight training, because I didn't do it. Because I was, like I said, I was focusing on becoming an engineer, and then not really flying. So fly often, get it done quick, and enjoy the process. It was a lot of fun. Building time, flying small planes. Yeah.
Okay. Bro Hendy, Iros, thank you for coming
Thank you,
again.
bro.
It's a pleasure
Thank you, bro.
to talk about your career.
Yeah, that's fun.
Sama congrats with everything.
Thank you, man.
Sukses selalu bro
Thank you.
ke depannya dan semoga you're always happy where you are at.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
All right.
you.